This part of the Alps is not kind to Renault 4s. There is a 1980s hatchback abandoned up the road. There is a 1970s hatchback that was pushed off a cliff just up the trail. And here we have a 1970s F4 van ending its days in a riverbed. I don't think there's a Renault 4 serial killer on the prowl. These cars are all here by pure coincidence. All of the glass is missing, including the windshield, so I can't tell you when this was last on the road, but it's been here long enough to have trees growing through it. This is not a complete car by any means. The front brakes are missing, as is the hood. The driver's side door is gone. Someone pulled the head from the engine, and the rear hatch is also missing. A lot of the wiring has been cut from the engine bay, and the block is cracked right down the middle, though I'm guessing that happened because it's been sitting here for so long. Water gets in it, freezes, thaws for years on end. This car is amazingly rusty. It was probably pretty rusty to begin with when it was parked here, and sitting in a riverbed for so long has not helped its cause. I wouldn't call this restorable by any means. Even if you wanted a parts car, there's not much you could salvage from this car. I guess maybe the transmission. Here's more of the rust. The front floors are almost completely gone, and there are trees growing between the rear bumper and the body. The registration number was issued in 1992, so it's not original to the car, but if we step inside it, we can tell almost exactly when it was built. This is where Automotive Archaeology comes into play. It has a 6-digit odometer, which Renault added in mid-1978, and the hazard light switch is gone, but it should be right here. It moved to the left side of the instrument cluster in mid-1980, so it was made between 78 and 80. Here's the thing, the shade of orange, which is most likely original, was dropped from the color palette in after 1979. So odds are this is a 1979 model. Here's a better look at the interior. Both seats are still in the car, but they're in terrible condition. And there's an adapter on the steering column, which indicates someone put an aftermarket steering wheel on it, which was a fairly common modification back in the 1990s when these cars were worth nothing and people modified them. We can also get a good look at the shift linkage. So here's the gear selector. It went through the dashboard, over the engine, and down into the transmission. There's a road up there, but most people speed right past the F4 without noticing it. So I doubt it's going anywhere anytime soon. It's probably going to rest in peace for another couple of decades.